Hello everybody, this is Mr. Bowman. Today we're going to be looking at the ALEX topic, factoring a multivariate polynomial by grouping, and this is problem type 1. So just a reminder, multivariate just means you have more than one variable in the problem. So in this case I have u's and x's. But anytime we're factoring by grouping and have four terms, we're going to try to group them in such a fashion that there's a greatest common factor for each group. So I don't want to use parentheses because that will give me a little bit of an issue. So I'm just going to visually separate my first two terms and my last two terms. I like to use underlines. Some people circle them. Kind of up to you. Circles remind me of parentheses, so I try to avoid them. So looking at this term each term one at a time, I'm going to pull out its greatest common factor. So between ux and 5x, both of them have an x, so I want to pull that x out, and then I have a u minus 5 left over after I got rid of my x's. So here I have a -4 and a 20. Now be very careful here because depending on what you pull out, it's going to change your signs a little bit. Because if we want to pull out a -4, so it's just u on the inside, then it's going to change my sign here. If I don't and just pull out a 4, then it's still a -u and you're pulling out a +4. It's a very sticky spot. Usually your best bet is to keep the negative with the 4 though, so I'm going to pull out a -4. That leaves me with a u, but remember we're factoring a -4 from this 20 then, so that ends up being -5, because when I distribute this back in, I want the two negatives so it turns into a +20. Now I look and see if my leftover stuff, the parts in parentheses, match. If they don't, either A, you made a mistake, B, you're not done, or C, the problem doesn't work. So I can't do much of anything unless these two quantities match. They do currently, so I can pull both of them out. So I'm effectively factoring out the u minus 5 group, hence why factoring by grouping. And then I have my second set of parentheses is my leftovers. I used the u minus 5s, so my leftovers x minus 4. Okay. They are now separated, and that's as simplified as they're going to get.